Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick little tutorial on how I set up the enhanced client. I'm currently using Pinco, so I'm doing a beta with Pinco's client. Everything you can do with the enhanced client, you can follow along that I do here with Pinco's client. Some things won't work exactly the same, and you'll notice that. Like, I'll click on things a couple times. It's because I'm in the beta. So when you do the enhanced client, you're probably going to start off with something like this. This here is the enhanced, or the advanced, I should say, health bars. You got your mana, your stamina, and your health. I'm not a big fan of this, so first thing I like to do is hit the escape key once you get in. Go to user settings, go to graphics. I play in full screen. Make sure that your resolution is whatever your video card allows you to play in. That way you're not playing in that 800 to 600. Go ahead and hit that, hit apply, and then come over here to options. If you're in the enhanced client, you'll notice that I have a lot more tabs than you do. So you go ahead and hit options, which is the same. Scroll down to interface, UI scale. I like to bring that down to 75, and then go ahead and hit apply. Hit escape again, go back into your user settings. Your bag might look something like this. If it doesn't, it'll probably look like a bag with a grid inside of it. What I like to do here is go to containers. Inside of containers, on the Pincos, you have enable type icon, which it shows you what you're looking at right here. I like to take that off. Keep enable grid on, and then go ahead and hit apply. It takes that off. Now I get just this. In the Pinco's client, this here allows you to see this grid view. It also allows you to see list view. In the enhanced client, this allows you to toggle between grid and enhanced. I'm sorry, grid and list, sorry. I can hit it again in the Pinco's client and go back to your classic view. So for those of you that like to play in this, as you can see, everything can be overlapped like it is normally in the classic client. Hit this again, and I go back to what I like. There's a lot more up here. I'll go into detail with that in another video. So go ahead and we'll quick recap. We did the options. We reduced the UI down to 75. Again, it's the way I like to play. Then I went into containers, and I got rid of the container type icon. I don't believe that's in the enhanced client. Then come over to the graphics, make sure I'm playing in full screen, and my resolution is whatever my monitor will allow me to play in. And then once all that's done, we go ahead and hit OK. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One more time. Back in here, go back to health bars. I don't like advanced. Some of you might like Diablo 2. Let's see what that looks like. Here's your Diablo 2 health bar. I prefer the classic. So you got your classic one right there. Quick setup, what I do is I go ahead and grab the top of your gameplay window. Move it around. If it does not allow you to move it around, there's a lock button down here at the bottom, right next to an arrow that allows you to increase the size. I prefer to play with the whole thing, because to me this is just ridiculous. If you've got the resolution to play, it's no use in playing in the small screen. So go back up here, move it all the way to the top left corner, grab the arrow, excuse me, and bring it all the way down. Again, when we reduce the UI, it allows us to scroll in and out further. So that way you can see more of the board. There I am. map. I'll show you how where I usually place things. If you can't move these action bars will probably be up here at the top. If you can't move them, where this arrow is, you right click and there's an unlock and lock button. That would be the lock. It looks the same. You just can't move it. So you go right click, unlock it. I move stuff down to the bottom. You move stuff wherever you want. If you want more action bars, you just go ahead and right click in any of the action bars. And you get this lock action bar, new action bar. That's what we want, new action bar. You go up to 12 spaces. Doesn't matter how many you type in here. Let's say type 5. Now we get a 5-space action bar. You can expand it to 12. You can reduce it to 1. You can even go vertical. So you can place it somewhere else. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to make a 12-bar horizontal. Bring that grid, snap it right there. Snap that one right below it. So let's bring it up a little bit. This is my regular setup. This here is your buff bar. Tells you what buff you have, whether you're mounted, how much time you have left on it. This is your debuff bar. It'll tell you whether you're weakened, cursed. It'll also give you a timer above it, telling you how much time is left on that. I believe the timer is only on the Pinco's client. The enhanced client I don't believe shows the time. Chat down here. This is your war button. You don't really need it. This is what you have targeted. Of course, I'll set it up over here. Bring the clock down here. If you can't find the clock, it's here in user settings, in options, right here in tools, enable clock. There's a whole lot more in here too. We'll go over that in another video. This video will be a little longer than most of them. Alright, so that's usually my setup, is this right here. I always make sure I lock. You can lock two different ways. You can lock by right-clicking the little arrow and locking the window. You can still take stuff on and off, but you can't move the bar. Another way to lock it is by right-clicking anywhere inside the hotbar on any of the buttons and hitting a lock hotbar. As you notice, it takes away that gray bar. That way you can't move it at all. You can't take stuff off, but you can drop stuff on. I prefer to make sure it's completely locked. Also make sure you lock everything. Cannot stress that. Lock everything. And one more quick thing is to hit this action key. Brings up a lot of actions that you can use in macros and also on hotbars that you make. You want to cycle till you find the other category, which was one to the left. Scroll down till you find the big A, and then right underneath the A is scale mode. Drag that down to your hotbar. The UI scale was nice because it shrunk everything down and scaled everything. Some things you don't want to be small, some things you don't want to be big. That's where this comes in handy. You go ahead and click on that. It's chosen here. Scale mode enabled. It allows you to use your mouse wheel to resize individual items. Backpack. Always remember to disable it. You can use that for various different action bars. You can shrink the action bars and have them lined up on the top if you want to do that. So this right here is my basic setup. This is how I play. Again, some people complain because they can't see behind these. That's fine. I can still see stuff down there. I know where it's at. I just like to be able to see more of the board. Okay, so that's my basic setup. Let's go recap real fast. We've got the UI scale, which was in the user settings. Under options, scroll down to UI scale to 75. That's what I like to play in. You can adjust that however you want. Graphics, make sure I'm in full screen mode, the highest resolution that I can play in. I then went up to containers, and I took off this icon type because I don't need to see that I'm in a big gigantic backpack. Again, let me show you what that was. This is in the Pinco's client. I did this. I think that's in my way. I don't really need to see that. Apply. Remember, in the Pinco's client, you can cycle all the way through and get back to your classic backpack. Enhanced client, you cannot. If you wanted to do that in Enhanced client, you come in here to Legacy. And in Legacy there would be, I believe, a backpack or a bag Legacy containers button. You click on that and then you get your normal bag, your classic client bag. In Pinco's client, I hover over top of something and I can see what their resists are. Can't do that in the Enhanced client. That would be item properties. Again, I have many more tabs to play with. I would definitely say if you're playing in the Enhanced client, get used to the Enhanced client and then move yourself to the Pinco's client. Again, this is in beta, so some things don't work properly and some things you have to double click on to try to get them to work, which can be a little frustrating at times. This is the new properties layout that Pinco's has. Gets really in depth. You can see more stuff. See, things like that. That would be the properties. Tells you all the same basic thing as the classic. Gives you a little bit prettier setup though. And if you think that box is too big, you can always scale it down to wherever you want. You can scale it down to a nice unreadable scale, like that. Or you can bring it all the way back up to this gigantic scale. It's up to you. Crafters, I like this for crafting. It's nice. I can slap it on top of somebody. I can see everything that they have on them. I don't have to go into a character. I don't have to add anything together. It's all right there. Also in Pinco's, this is a little different. Enhanced client, it's pretty much the same. You can see everything that's on a person without them having to take their robe off, which is nice. And your character sheet tells you everything that you need to know. Tells you what all of your regens are, and mana does go up to 30. Your resists, your eaters, your resonance, your attack, your speed, your damage, everything. It's really nice. Goes all the way down to your karma, your fame, even how much gold you have in your bank. This is a new character, so I don't have anything on him. If I were to go to another character, if this doesn't show up what's in your bank or what's on you, you just have to open up your backpack, open up your bank, and then it'll set it, which is nice. I like to scale this down to about 60. And then for my my attacking characters, my war characters, I turn it off because I don't need that big box, and that way I can still see what the resists are. If you're attacking an NPC, it'll tell you what the preferred slayer would be. Alright, so that's that. So this is my setup. I got my action bars. You can right click and assign hotkeys to your action bars. I don't remember which one that was. That might have been 5. Oh, nope. What did I hit? I accidentally hit destroy. Assign. Yeah, don't hit destroy hotbar group. It would destroy all of them that are connected to the hotbar. If you just want to destroy one hotbar, you just hit destroy hotbar. Assign hotkey. There you go. 5. 2, 3, 5. It's pretty simple. I don't really have to go through all these with you. Okay, so that would be the first video. I'll make a whole bunch more. I want to try to keep them around 5 to 6 minutes. That way they're quicker to view, and we're just going to try to go over different aspects of the enhanced client and Pinco's client. This one, of course, is a little longer because it's the first one, and I like to ramble. All right, well, thank you.